One of the things I do on almost a daily basis is I make shirts and I press designs into different clothes for different people. And the first thing that I have to do is I have to come to my heat press and turn it on and preset the setting, which I have already done. The next thing is I want to make sure that I either have a press mat or a very fluffy towel. And then after you do that and lay it out flat, you want to take your heat press and put it on your area for about 15 to 20 seconds. This is just to help to get all the moisture out and to flatten it just a little better so there's no wrinkles or imperfections when making my design. I'm going to go to the computer, cut my design out, and go ahead and weed it. The next step is to go to my computer to see the width of my design, and I will cut out vinyl big enough for it to fit on my crafting mat, which will then be cut out by my Cricut. On my vinyl, I have to sit down for this part because if I do not, it will not be cut correctly. I want to open up my new roll. When cutting and measuring for my design, I always want to use a Sharpie to make a line on the back side of the vinyl side that you're not using, because this will go on the shirt and this is what you'll see, and then this is what you'll actually iron on is the back. So I want to measure it using it backwards. After that, I want to go ahead and try to cut it. The best way for me to cut it is to use this little tool. It goes ahead and I just put it down between the flaps here and then close it, and then I just use this to push down and it cuts it perfectly for me. Goes through this little hole right here. Then we want to line this up as best as we can with the lines. When I think it's good, I take my cutter, I push down and go across my design. Then I lift up, and here's my piece. And then I am going to take this and put this on the cutting mat. That way it can cut it properly, and then we'll show that. I'm going to try to put my vinyl perfectly on this edge. It's not completely perfect. You can see up top there's just a little space. So now I'm going to come to my Cricut and go ahead and open it and turn it on. I want to make sure my computer is up and going. Here's my design that I will be putting on the shirt or on the onesie. I want to go ahead and make sure it's the right length that I want. Make it. Okay, if it looks good, then you go ahead and click continue. When it's 100% done, then you will still follow the steps. And to unload it, you do the same way you load it, and you just click your button. After I clean my station, I want to go ahead and start getting my weeder and putting it underneath between the two, the vinyl and the plastic on the outside, and separate that. I'm going to go ahead and take my heat press and press it where I want my design for about 30 seconds. This is what it should look like after your shirt has been pressed and my vinyl has been added. Now I'm going to stick the heat press over it for another additional 30 seconds, and then I should be able to peel it off. And this is what the final product looks like. It's adhered, it's good, and once it's completely cooled, it's ready to be worn.